Hello, welcome to Porch and Cookie Oracle. You know what? I actually thought that I was recording on the first time, and it turned out I wasn't. I had already opened a cookie, and the first cookie I opened had no message. And so I went ahead, I continued recording, and that was my message that there was no recording happening. Okay, that should have, alerted me and turned me on to that this is not recording. But I went on to open another cookie, and that cookie said, never ignore a gut feeling, but never believe that it's enough. Okay? So I'm going to continue still. I'm going to keep this, but I'm still going to do the pick a cookie for, the recording. So pick which cookie today holds your message. I'm going to give you a second. I'm going to go with this one. Okay? I'm going to do it again because I was just like, I looked up. I'm like, I don't think this is recording. And so I had to start all over again. Put this over there. This one has a message. Great. Okay, here we go. All right, this one says challenges will only fuel your success. So challenges will only fuel your success. That's a good one. So we're going to keep both of them. And let me go ahead and read the numbers that are on the back of this one too. 29, 2, 30, 47, 52, and 55. Those are the numbers on the back of that one. And if you want the numbers that are on the back of this one, I go ahead and give those also. 5, 34, 36, 30, 41, and 45. Okay. I was off to a false start, but it's okay. We're back on track now. Okay. Go ahead and move these to the side so we can get started in here. Okay. I'm going to do this because I know I didn't do this on my other ones, but I'm going to start doing it. This is for so that we can get some zodiacs out here that you may be thinking of to help you tune into, you know, the people that may come out in the message, the energies that may come out in the message. So um see, Leo and Aquarius is already out, but the ones that I feed through are the ones that I'm going to announce. Okay. First one out here is Virgo. Let's put it so we can see it. How about that? And then next one out is Taurus. Next one out. Oh, Sagittarius. Another Sagittarius. Scorpio. And Pisces. So these all came out. So I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, and right there, all of them. Now for my cards. Now I wanted to say that on these cards that my bag is balanced. So if you feel like the reading it goes negative or something of that sort, I just want you to know that the bag is balanced, meaning that for every good thing that I put in, there is one bad thing. So let's say, for instance, you know, I can write a card that says toxic friends. But to balance the bag out, I also wrote a card that said loyal friends. Okay, honest friends. And so the bag is balanced. So whatever comes out, in these readings, it just know, like, anything can come out or whatever. If it all goes toxic, it's just because I randomly grabbed these cards or whatever. So, but the just so you know, the bag is balanced. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start today. First out, haunted house. Ooh. Okay. Somebody is probably dealing with some stuff they had no business dealing with, or somebody could just moved, and you can move into a place that's haunted. But there's a person out here that's dealing with a haunted house. Seeing ghost. Okay, so this randomly comes out. I shuffle everything, right? Okay, seeing ghosts. So uh this person is seeing ghosts in their home, and it doesn't have to always be from something, somebody conjured, even though that can happen. But I'm having a sense this is a visitation, probably from something somebody has conjured up. But one thing I would just like to add to say, if this is happening to you, uh, don't be afraid. And I know that in society, our society pushes, a lot of fear based thinking when it comes to the dead. But let me tell you something. If something is communicating with you, it is very much alive. Okay? And a lot of us are actually, blessed to actually have loved ones or people that just want to let you know that they're still thinking of you, and that, they're okay. And just to give you a sense of knowing that there is a other side, even though it's all connected, the living, is not separate, the living and the dead, it's all living. We are birthed here to live, and then we're also birthed into living, after we pass. And if we begin to take on this mindset, maybe we can alleviate ourselves from this fear of death. Because most cultures, depending on how somebody passed or whatever, celebrate death. And they see it as a rebirth. They see it as a going home ceremony. But we're going to go deeper into um, about this what's going on right here. Let her cook. Okay. So I have a feeling that this let her cook, we usually use this in like a good way, like, okay, let them cook, let them continue on doing what they're doing, it's working out. Let's see. But behind this is perjury. So somebody that was cooking up something, in the background, um, is probably because of what they have done, and that thing they done was perjury somehow, and they are now experiencing a haunting. probably from something they conjured or by somebody's protective ancestors. 5. Okay, the number 5 could be significant. This looks like, I can't tell if these are two sisters or if this is like a mother and a child thing going on. But right here is a gift. 5 gifts to be exact. So what I get from this, family is a gift. Somebody might be a life path number 5. And also somebody might be born in May or something might occur in May. So this is very significant, and I am going to get out also more information about this 5. It says they often are outgoing and enjoy connecting with others. They are often persuasive and communicate effectively, making them natural communicators. So this person in perjury, or that done perjury or whatever, is probably a person that, communicates a lot and expresses them a lot. And this talking somehow got them in some kind of trouble. Okay? Also, it says that 5s are naturally adaptive and thrive in environments where they can learn and grow. They may crave change and find routine stifling, leading to a restless energy. Okay, so let's go on to the next. Receipts. Okay, whatever they were doing or whatever they was communicating, they or somebody has receipts of what they've done. And so, and also to the divine was watching. Okay, keeping receipts as well, I see. Okay, this next one. Jockey essentials. And when you think about jockey, you think about that the guy that's riding the horse's back. And so somebody is on them about this. Whatever it is, they're not going to be able to get out of it. Whatever they said or whatever they did, and somebody has receipts on it, and somebody is writing them about this. Afraid if they told you everything, you won't look at them the same. So, whatever they did, they're afraid that you won't look at them the same after this, because this person is intimidated by you. Ooh! So this person may be a man. It said, "Just Be a Man About It" by Toni Braxton. Okay. Just be a man about it. If you want to leave, just be a man about it. Okay. And so, this person, whatever they said or did against you, because perjury is when you lie about something, they're being haunted by it. And it's something that they cannot tell you because they're afraid that you won't. So when they was doing what they was doing, they weren't afraid for everybody else to hear them. They was pretty, 5 communicating, because they're good communicators, to everybody they said it to. But whatever they said, they couldn't say it to you because they were intimidated by you. Divorce. Okay, Divorce. This is somebody you could have divorced or whatever, or this could be somebody who is divorced. Okay? Or about or the information is about a divorce. 0. And I know this card looks weird because I created this card for something else, but it was a 10 and I blotted out 0. But I'm still using it, okay? And these are pieces of watermelon, and watermelon stands for fruitfulness, okay? And it says 0, something, nothing. 10. And we know 10 is the completion of something. Let me get that out. See? 10 represents completion, new beginning, and a potential for achievement. Okay? 10 could be your life path number. Okay? And something could be happening in October. Okay? October can be significant. And so it says something about the number 10 is leadership, self-confidence, independence, and a strong sense of purpose. So this whatever this divorce was, it happened because it wasn't fruitful, or whatever this was, it didn't really grow anything. But this is coming, it came to an end. And so after this ending was a new beginning for somebody. We have group sex. Okay? So there is somebody who's involved in group sex. And there's somebody who hates you because you're pretty. Ooh, okay. There is somebody who hates you, somebody who is jealous of you because you're pretty. Perhaps somebody, within this group that they had sex with. Experience in person. Okay. And so, experience in person. So, this is somebody that you've probably experienced in person. So, one of these people that hates you because you're pretty, you probably met them before. It could be briefly, or somebody you actually do know. But it's somebody you have come across before. Okay? Okay, this is supposed to be, it's one of the messed up cards. Alright, so this is supposed to be a celery or whatever, but it's all torn up or whatever. So there's something that's not healthy about this. It's somebody who runs away from issues. There is somebody who is not healthy that runs away from issues. House. So we know that Eeyore in Winnie the Pooh, he's usually the depressed one. So this is giving me he's in the house, but this person is depressed. There's nothing on the back of that. There is something that is impressive. Friends before lovers. This person is in the poorhouse because, and probably divorced because they put their friends before, their lover. So what's impressive? What's impressive? This person talks a whole lot. Another reason why they're in the poorhouse is because this person talks a whole lot of ish. Okay? And so they're in there, and the temperance is out, and it's also Sagittarius energy. And you're probably very patient with this person and probably loving and kind towards this person, and they just talk themselves into a bad situation. Now faith is being sure of what we hope for, convinced of what we do not see. Okay. This is Hebrews 11 and 1. And so let's see what that is. So this 111 is considered an angel number, and it signifies new beginnings, opportunities, and a shift in focus. It encourages a positive mindset, trust in intuition, and a willingness to embrace change. And so this scripture, now faith, it's supposed to be, now faith is a substance of all things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. But this is a more, a revised version of this scripture. So whatever you had faith in, and whatever it was, they couldn't see it. They had faith in everybody else and what they were doing. But what they didn't have faith was within you and your ability to manifest the things that are coming forth for you. Like, he is very like his father. This person is much like his father. So you know the information behind what that person's father is like, and that person is much like him. You are unique. You are very much different. This is why this person probably got with you in the first place, because you were something like he has never known, and the background on his father tells you a story very much about him. Okay? Now hiring. Okay, this is something about getting a job. Somebody is getting a job, or somebody is looking for a job, or somebody is about to be hired or has been hired. Horse. And you know what I got from this workhorse? I saw a girl riding a horse. So yeah, you're on this horse, you're on your way, you're doing your thing, and I got from here workhorse, so you're probably working very hard at your new job or whatever you're doing. That was stuck to that. And so all of this was because you surrendered. Okay? You surrendered to the outcome. If you did get a divorce, you surrendered to the divine and to what the outcome would be. Okay? Lamp. And this shines a light on a cup of coffee. So yeah, when I see this cup of coffee, I think about coffee as a stimulant. It is something that a lot of people drink when they wake up in the morning, and it revitalizes them. It gets them going. It gets them on their way. So whatever it is, the lamp, the light, shining a light on, on you, your work ethic, and you going forth and getting up and getting things done. Okay, we have the eggplant. And when you think about the eggplant, you think about the eggplant emoji. Okay? And do y'all know what the D? Okay? And And so, tomato. Now, for me, this is what the tomato also means to me, because people wrote it down, as a vegetable, but also people take, the tomato to be a fruit, because it has, all its seeds. And so it's always this thing back and forth, is a tomato a vegetable or a fruit? But when it's that back and forth, it makes me think of sexuality, and and somebody going between, their sexuality. Is it a fruit, or is it a vegetable? What is it? And it gives off bisexual or whatever. And and this person probably goes for the D. Okay. This is Woody. Howdy, 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 howdy. Oh, wait. He's a cowboy. Okay? And all of a sudden, when I said that, and this came to mind, I said cowboy, I thought of the movie Brokeback Mountain. Okay? Here are some girls. And it says 3. Okay, and if this person actually is bisexual, then there's guys and girls involved, all different kinds. Let's see about this number 3. And you might be a life path number 3, or something might be significant about the month of March. Okay? And so 3 is associated with creativity, communication, optimism, and curiosity. Okay? See? Number 3, curiosity came out, creativity, communication, optimism. Yes. So that curiosity, it came out. And somebody is annoyed because of this information, because it has the ability to reduce, to lower in size, amount, or number. My family is trying to buy less and recycle more so we can reduce the amount of stuff we throw away. Okay? This has the ability, if this information was to come out about this person or whatever, this could reduce the amount of, play they get from people, because people would finally see them, for who they are. Somebody's having withdrawals. And withdrawals are something that happens when somebody is addicted to something. Either, and a person can have withdrawals from a lot of things. People can have withdrawals from sex. They can have what they call blue balls and, all those things, but it doesn't always have to be drugs. It can be drugs. It can be food. It can be anything, whatever they're having withdrawals about. Ooh, identity theft. Okay? So this person, it's probably why they lied, because they want to cover up what they was doing in the background. And one of those things, above all these things, could be identity theft. See? This person wanted their cake and eat it too. He wanted all of that. And wanted to be this player guy and do criminal activity in the background and then lie about it. Somebody's name could begin with an I. Yeah. And you know what else I get? Yeah, all these things they were doing, all the icing, sugar-coated. A bunch of sugar-coated lies. Wants kids. This can mean a couple of things too. This person could want kids, or it's you that wants kids. But what I'm getting from this, if it was a divorce or a marriage, if y'all had kids within a marriage, this is the person who lied on you because they want the kids. And, because they don't want you to be the one to have them. Or you could want the kids. Because you don't want this person because you know about all the things they do in the background. Afraid if you take time away, you would not return. Okay, they're afraid if you go away or if you actually leave that you would actually won't return. And I can see that as being a truth. Okay. Out here, hippo. And I can see hippo as being a lot of things. I can see hippos as being a very large thing. So there is something that is large. On the back, there's a well. Okay, both of these things hang out in water. And when I think about water, I think about, emotions. So they're afraid that, if you go away or whatever, you turn away, that you won't return. And this person has a large amount of emotion for you. State facts. This person could be from some of these states. And this is New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, or Ohio, or somewhere near or states surrounding these states, okay? Dream star. Okay, so somebody is, walking into their new life, their new cycle, and what's in it, whatever you dreamed or whatever you wanted, you're the star. And every time I think about star, just to keep everything, realistic or whatever, everybody, is not going to be, this star. But when I think about the star, I think about us as beings having a ground star, which is like our ground star that we have is like, what do they say? It's about 12 inches or a couple of feet below our feet, which we come to Earth to ground our ground star. And once you have become grounded, once you have decided to release all your illusions and just walk in your authenticity of who you are, when you have been made aware and when you are awakened, that's you grounding, your star. Because remember, this earth is more like the root chakra. And you becoming, you have to look at the root chakra in its the negative part of it, and look at it as far as the positive part of the root chakra. I'm gonna get this. Okay? And so the root chakra is associated with grounding, stability, and security. And once you're able to, obtain this, and this is not always, because you could still be looking for a home or you could still be doing certain things, but grounded and stable and secure within yourself, because that's what's most important while you're going along, creating, your life. Number 5. Number 5 can be significant. It could be your life path number. It can be something going on in May. On the back, green eggs and ham. You don't see the eggs on here, but you see the ham, okay? And so number 5 in numerology means freedom, ability, means freedom, adaptability, and a restless spirit. Okay? People with the 5 as a prominent number, it often described as energetic, curious, and open to new opportunities. So at this time, you're energetic, you're curious, and open to the new opportunities that dream. Okay, so you have the number, I am a powerhouse and I am indestructible. Okay, so you have in, and then so you have also the number 9 up here, and the number 9 is also about when you're about to birth the baby, 9 months, and this is what you gave birth to, being a powerhouse and being indestructible. And somebody is pressed, okay? They're pressed about this. And because you were supposed to be broken. This situation that you were in, it was supposed to break you, but it didn't. You became the alchemist. And instead of crumbling, that's what the world wants you to do, you rose above it. And the whole part of, going through these cycles on earth is for you to, to walk in your own authenticity, to shed off all the illusion about, anything else and even yourself. You're supposed to be peeling off like layers all these masks that the world wanted you to wear, the people pleasing mask, and that's what they want you to keep on, all these layers of things, and they want you to be everything but who you are. And that is what you are here to go against. That's why the Bible says do not conform, to the things of this world. You're not here to conform. You're here to use it as a mirror and reflect back to you, because it's supposed to extract, out your higher self. And so you're supposed to be more of your higher self and less of what the world is trying to get you to be. If you leave this earth with all these masks trying to be somebody else, you lose yourself. Okay? But when you find yourself, when you know yourself, because knowledge is the wisdom is the principal thing. That's the only thing that that you can leave with. The character and things of that the things that you are building within yourself. And so when you go to your next life, you awaken faster. You have the ability to awaken faster because of that deep inner embedded, higher self that you have within you. It's embedded within you. Why? Because how you act and how you are that all the time. So it naturally is, and authentically is who you are. Okay? And nobody can sway that, or nobody can change that. If you are on this earth now and who you are could be shifted or changed just by who walks in the room, or who comes and tells you that you can be this and you have to be that and you have to be this person here, then you have not grounded, your star. You're somebody else. And all those layers, after you pass as a spirit, all those layers fall off. And what is left? Nothing. Because you didn't become nothing. You didn't find out who you are. You didn't come into the know of who you are because you was too busy trying to be somebody else. And that's why that never works out. You have to become authentically yourself. His homeboys are a bad influence. See? Somebody, this person was listening to a lot of homeboys that are a bad influence on them. And this person, will not go on to reach. You put yourselves in cycles. You don't never come to reaching your higher self, or come to your higher self, because everybody else is in your brain giving you instructions on what you should do and how you should do it, and then you're trying to impress for people who have the same work on themselves that they have to do as you. Okay, this could be another place. South Carolina coming up. We have North Carolina. You have Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida down at the bottom. Okay, you have Rhode Island, New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. This is Connecticut and Vermont. Care Bears, okay? You probably care for this person. You know the Care Bears back in the day, and they used to, they were empathic, and they felt. And what they did was, when they gave them the Care Bear stare, and when they used to shoot there, and when said Dave Chappelle come up, he shot his love, out. If you've seen that special. And so you're probably like one of those Care Bears, you energetically, you share your energy with this person. Picnic mat. Okay, so this person probably just thought you was a mat or whatever that they can just walk all over, and have a picnic on, He is with her. Okay, so somebody that he is still messing with or with right now. And this says very loud. There's somebody that is very loud. And this says Sagittarius. It's a very loud fire sign. Sagittarius. Clairvoyant. This is probably something you already knew, because you have, because you're very clairvoyant. This card, nothing came out. Okay. Video games. This is probably somebody who plays video games. But whatever it was, the games that they were playing, nothing came from it. Sports. Rugby. There's probably somebody out here who plays sports, or a game like rugby and ping pong. Okay, so once again, the games came out, athletics, and so the games that they were playing, and so they was trying to go back and forth. Yeah, the eggplant, the games. London.
What?
Go that one. No, that one. Close my door. Okay. Once again, the eggplant and the tomato come out. The bisexual. Oh wait, I'm going backwards between piles. So, but yeah, that came out again. Those games. So, something about in the near future. Powerball. Somebody needs to play the Powerball. Okay. Or this is a very powerful game. Somebody needs to take a look at that, all right? Boys to Men. Yeah, so uh Boys to Men, that could be significant. Maybe a group that you like, maybe a group that they like. Um, so somebody wants to grow from being boys to a man, and they want to be healthy. Isn't that interesting? After this Powerball, this person want to grow up to be a boy, from a boy to a man. Now they want to be healthy. Spinach. Yeah, you would, right? It says, today I choose. Okay? You choose. Today I will only surround myself with people who support me. After this, look, after this, I will only surround myself with people who support me, not no fake wannabes and people. And if you do this anyway, that's rule number one. You know what I'm saying? You drop everybody in your past. and that's only, and you're like, just because of the Powerball? Absolutely. Other than the people who are like intermediate family, you know what I'm saying? And that's for your safety, because people's demons come out when there's money. And you don't want to get caught up with that. There are plenty of things. And this is just not about Powerball. This is just something about anything happening. Like when people become overnight celebrities or things like that. Think about one person that pops up into my mind is Jennifer Hudson. You know, people can't take your fame, and they would, you know, come and take out people, everybody who you love. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not them. And that shows you, and this is what a lot of women don't understand. You know, they be trying to, you know, stay in these relationships, and these men, you know, sometimes they are, you know what I'm saying, this bi-curious or whatever, and they can become very jealous of you. And you have to understand, you know, is that love or is that jealousy really because they, you know, protective of you, or this, you know, is crazy? No, a lot of that jealousy is because they can be jealous of the woman. Okay? But this can be flip side too. You know, a woman can also be jealous of a man. I've seen that in a relationship where a guy, you know, could be high up in status, and the woman is there acting like, you know, she's with him and for him or whatever, but doing all kinds of BS in the background, and really she's just jealous. And we seen that also too. Not to talk about her, because I actually like Cardi B, but that Offset is jealous of her, and always have been. And a jealous one will, when they go to embarrass you and do all those things, and they keep doing those things, it's because they're jealous. They got that real feminine female energy going on, real heavy. Okay, you got the 8 of Spades. So, and okay, so the 8 of Spades is self-imposed limitations and entrapment. Okay? Feeling trapped by thoughts, circumstances, or external forces, leading to a sense of restriction and a need for freedom. See that? So this is this person. They're only acting like they want to be healthy. They only want to go from boys to men because they're going through this. They feel restricted. They feel like but they didn't do the work. And never take people with you that didn't do the work, Because I'm thinking of a story, a childhood story right now about the hen and that bread. And she was like, who's going to help me, pick the wheat? And who's going to help me grind the wheat? Who's going to help me, bake the wheat? And everybody's like, you know. But when the bread is made, everybody's like, yeah, break me off a piece. No. And if you do get it, don't let nobody make you feel bad about it, about holding it or whatever. Okay? Because you were blessed with that. That's your blessing. And you can't let anybody make you feel bad about your blessing. Nothing can stop you. Yeah, they're feeling like this now. Imposed limitations and entrapment, because nothing can stop you now. Snake. Okay? And so, this person is a snake. And panda. And so, when I think about panda, I think about a very rare. Pandas are something that they have to keep protected. They're something that, there are not many of. So this person could not see that and didn't feel like you need that type of protection or whatever. So, but you're eating good now. You're good. This person is an enemy. You got to be careful, because right here at the bottom it says heist. This person is losing ground. It says coming for you. It says coming for you. Okay. Place an enemy peg on top of each player vehicle that is. Okay, this is the game. Okay, when activated, each player vehicle. I don't want to go all in that. But it says they're losing ground. Okay, preview. So, all of this is a preview of what is to come. So, looking at that Powerball thing, I would say, it's time to get excited. And I'm going to end the reading with going back and the messages that we got from the fortune cookies. It says, never ignore a gut feeling, but never believe that it's enough. And the other one, challenges will only fuel your success. All right. So never ignore your gut feeling. This is what this life is about. It's about us tuning in and getting to know ourselves. And as we, tune in deeply to ourselves, we're able to actually, I'm not saying that you just know everything, but you can definitely protect yourselves from harmful energies that are around you. Okay? And so these challenges that come, the one that you especially overcame, it came to make you a success. Everything that happened to you came to make you stronger and make you more aware to the type of energies that are out there, so that you could protect yourself. All right? So I'm going to end it right there, and come and see me again.